Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Giuliana Mello with my bestie, Lore-lie Steinitz, and it is Friday the 13th. And for us, 13 is a goddess number. So Lore-lie and I felt strongly guided to come on and share some goddess love. So good morning, Lore-lie.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Awesome.
Good. Well, I'm so happy to have you here today because I know you as an angel expert. You were an angel expert even before we journeyed with the Goddess Healing Matrix system. And as I was in the tub this morning, I was trying to remember, was it 2016 that we went to Velva Dawn's? Well, let me see. Oh, these cards were created in 2014. Has it been that long already?
Really?
It says copyright 2014. But
oh, wow.
I don't know. Anyways, I thought that it was, I don't know. I couldn't remember if it was 2016 that I embarked on the journey with the Goddess Healing Matrix system with Velva Dawn Silver and our beautiful group. And, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter specifically when it was. It's been a number of years, and we've had the blessing to grow together and to really learn what a soul sister is, what a sisterhood really is, and how we want to be a part of what we call a soul sisterhood. And so today I thought, let's talk a little bit about what the goddess is to you, and maybe what the goddess is to me and how it's helped support you. And then we're going to pull some cards. If you're joining us, I see people are starting to join us. Say hello, and we will do our best to acknowledge you. I'm just going to bring Lore-lie and I forward. There, that's a little bit better. There, Laura, now I get to see you. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Friday the 13th, a goddess day. So yeah, Laura, if you want to start. Hi, Sam. If you want to start with what a goddess is to you.
The goddess to me is archetypal character that I can embrace to strengthen qualities within myself that I want to exhibit.
Yeah, exactly.
So if for example, if I wanted to work on forgiveness, I might call in the energy of Giuliana.
Exactly. So, I'm just trying to find, I have a goddess file on my phone because I've been working with the goddess for a number of years now. And for me, it's really helped me empower myself. What I like to say and share with friends and clients is that the goddess is not something external. It is something each of us have within us. And on my journey, most people that know me know my love of God and love of the divine and love of angels. And the angels were able to afford me unconditional love that I was so needing in my life. And when I felt guided to the goddesses through Velva Dawn, it was interesting because Velva Dawn wasn't the first teacher. Actually, Karen Newells was the first teacher. And I'll never forget, I had gone to Reiki and Karen was teaching me Reiki too. And she had these beautiful canvases of Morgan, I think Abantancha, and I can't remember who else in the class. And I fell in love with them. And when I got home after class, I posted the pictures that I had taken. Everybody that knows me knows I love to take photos. And Velva Dawn messaged me, and I didn't know her personally yet. And she asked me if I would please take them down because she hadn't done her launch yet. And so that was my very first interaction with Velva Dawn. She was loving and kind, and I absolutely took them down. And I wanted to know more. So with this beautiful Facebook, I looked her up and I began to follow her. And Lore-lie and I decided to go to the launch of the deck. So we can't figure out exactly when it was, most likely 2015, because it says copyright 2014 on the box. Hi, Sam. Hi, Bonnie. Good afternoon, everybody. And when we had gone to the launch, Velvet Dawn had shared that she was going to be doing a Shine event, and also that she was going to be giving scholarships away at that event. And so our first Shine event, yes, it was in, I think it was in 2016. Yeah, 2016 at the Grey Eagle. I think I have the old, oh yeah, I do. I just happen to have it. And our beautiful keynote speaker was Colette Baron-Reed. And I fell in love with this process. And I'm so grateful that I won a scholarship for level 1. And that's what began my journey with these powerful goddesses. Maybe we can talk a little bit about, how do you feel about the number 13?
I love that number.
Me too. Me too. You know, even before any of my woo teachings and learnings, I love the number 13. As an Italian, I believe 13 was good luck. And so I never subscribed to the fear. I've never watched really scary movies. I have never watched any of the Halloween, Friday the 13th movies. I just, as an empath, I protected and maintained my energy by not connecting to that. And that doesn't mean if you love it, that's okay. I'm just saying, for me, it absolutely didn't work. And I love the number of this day. And so, Lore-lie, tell me a little bit about, because you are a goddess expert. You've been guided by the goddess for, a long time. Maybe share a little bit about that while I look for this file, please.
So the goddess for me was, sorry.
That's okay.
She was like this inner spark, this little flame inside me. And I remember like 30 years ago, I was very fascinated with the goddess and trying to find ways to connect with her. And it was difficult. There weren't all the teachers and classes like there are now. There were books in the library. And I read a book called The Chalice and the Blade by Rihanna. And she talks about the goddess in there. And it suddenly wasn't like a little spark. It was like a whole flame lit within me. And then I began a journey to find ways to connect, find ways to empower her within myself. And that led me to Velvet. And the first two levels weekend. And the goddess is a daily part of my life. She shows up in numerous ways, and in the simplest of things most of the time. She's not like some lofty goal that can be reached.
Right.
She's in the simplest things that I do.
I love that you're saying that it's simple, because that's what I think a lot of people are deterred from goddess energy, because I think somehow they feel that it might be dark or unreachable. And for me, it's been nothing further than the truth that it's love and light and support and empowerment. Now, that's not to say that parts of you, I want to be very mindful the way that I say this. The way that I feel like sharing it is, everybody loves my light. That's the easy part. That's the part that everybody has loved. It's my dark, my woundedness that people, for whatever reason, haven't afforded me love, unconditional love and forgiveness. And the goddesses, like you said, fired me up. They showed me that there was a part of me that might be considered my dark, and I needed to embrace her. And funny that I felt guided to wear black today. But I want to preface it by saying, it says, I am unique and I love myself. I am unique and I love myself. Now, I don't often wear black anymore because I love light vibration. And it's interesting that you're wearing light today.
I know, I was just
right?
going to point
Because we
that
didn't
out.
talk about it. Yeah. And I felt strongly guided to wear watermelon tourmaline that's in a shape of a heart, because I do still need that loving kindness to my heart. Do you have your level two?
Level 2.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And I'm so grateful that we've had this goddess healing matrix system to learn and grow in. And it's interesting because next Saturday, I didn't know that we were going to talk about this, so please forgive me, but next Saturday is our Shine event. And if you are looking for something to come and, you know, get out of these January humdrums after the holidays and just want a really beautiful, connected, high vibration event, please consider coming. I will post the link in the comments when we're off the live. But I know how this has really helped Lore-lie and I strengthen our friendship. I do believe we are soul sisters. And now I am very mindful. Not everybody that you meet is a soul sister. And I am very mindful now of when I use that term. I don't call just anybody a soul sister. And there was a lot of healing with us, right, Lore? Like, I mean, there were times healing means you trigger the shit out of each other and you project your crap onto one another.
Sorry, because
no, go ahead. Yeah.
Shadow work for both of us. Woundings that maybe we weren't even that aware of, that needed to be brought to awareness.
Yeah, so, didn't you find, Lore, like for me, I grew up where I couldn't share my emotions. Not that it was good or bad, right or wrong, just that was the way that it was. Maybe my parents weren't shown that they were safe to share their emotions. So instead they were taught, you know, you needed to be quiet and not show or share emotion. And so for me, a lot of rage came up during the healing with the goddesses. And I needed to embrace why I was feeling like that in order to calm it, in order to heal it. Did you have anything like that?
I remember when I did the second level, and there was a lot of rage in me. And I think a lot of it was like a collective rage.
Yeah, just share what you feel guided, Lore. I mean,
it's so transformative and empowering to work through that.
It really is. And that's the thing, right? The goddess forces you, because when you ask her, they're kick-ass. There's no getting around it. You need to walk through the fires of transformation to get out on the other side. And that's why quite often the goddess is depicted in the fires, like the phoenix rising above the ashes.
Yes, definitely.
It's not for sissies, that's for sure. It's for people who are really, really ready. And it's interesting because would you consider us crones?
Yes.
Yeah, and the three the three facets of the goddess are the maiden, the mother, and the crone, or some call the maiden the virgin, the mother, and the crone. And the crone just, it's not a bad depiction. It's just, it's you've gathered wisdom and knowledge and learnings and teachings and wisdom along the way. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's been such, I don't even know what the word is. Blessed. I would say blessed. Not easy. There's been times where, right? It's been hard.
Hard. Yeah.
Very hard. However, it's been worth it, because what I recognize is we're all a little wounded from one thing or another. It might be a loss or an illness or an abuse or something where we feel like we're broken. And I know that that's an illusion, because at a soul level, we're always whole, perfect, and complete, except in human form, sometimes we feel that brokenness. And the feeling broken is where more light enters. And so it's been really good. I found my file on the goddess. And so I found the definition of goddess. It's a woman who is in the process of learning to know, accept, and love herself on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. A woman who, because she focuses on personal growth and self-awareness, experiences a life increasingly filled with peace, love, joy, passion, and fun. A woman that understands that she has unlimited capacity to make her life anything she wants. A woman who is inspired to give to those around her because of her sense of gratitude and abundance. So, you know, it's interesting because Lori talked a little bit about shadow work. And so a mantra maybe for us today, or an intention, is that my mind will have a lot of thoughts, and not all of our thoughts are true. And so to recognize that as humans, sometimes we make stuff up in our heads and we believe it. And the goddess brings us to another level of awareness of who we are, what we want, and how to go about it. So anything else that you want to talk about being a goddess, or what the goddess is, before we pull cards? Because I think that, you know, it's interesting because a lot of people shy away from the term goddess. And maybe this is a good segue to talk a little bit about, you know, we believe that there is, not that we believe, there is a divine masculine part of us, which is our right side, our golden side, our giving. And then our left side is our divine feminine, our silver, our receiving. And that we need to get into alignment with our giving and receiving. And truly, that's what goddess work is. It's aligning that divine feminine and masculine, you're soft and strong, and becoming empowered by it.
You posted something this morning that was really interesting. It's said that our masculine and feminine energies don't need to be 50-50. So what that tells us is that if we're feeling more of one than the other, to really look into those feelings and why we're feeling them, and allow them to be, and then
exactly
to work on whatever you need to, and then to let it go.
You're so right, because my own experience is that I am a girly girl. So my divine feminine is strong. My divine feminine is very soft, and I am strong. However, it's interesting because I have a post for this, actually. Let me just take a screenshot of that so I can go, because I always keep things as I'm guided, and I never know why. I haven't posted this yet because I get so much once I connect with my angels and guides. But the feminine energy is your intuition, is nurturing, healing, calm, emotional awareness, expression, and communication of emotions. And our masculine energy is our logic, our reasoning, our energy of action, our firmness, ease of acquiring material needs, survival, and common sense. So can you see where you need a little bit of everything in order to be this human that we are? And there are some of us that are going to be way softer, and we need to master strong. And then there's some of us that are very strong. You'll see them. They're leaders, and they need to master soft because sometimes they're very abrasive, not approachable. They're very go-getters, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, can you see where when I share about what is feminine energy as opposed to what is masculine energy, and recognizing we are all energetic beings and that we need to align that, but the alignment doesn't need to be 50-50. Very rarely is it 50-50. Very rarely. I think that, just by being a female, our divine feminine is way stronger than our divine masculine. Would you agree with that? I mean,
Yes.
just like most men, and that doesn't mean not all men, I'm saying most men are more, in tune with the divine masculine because just by their nature of who they are. And then you'll know some guys that are very into their divine feminine and very in tune with it. And there are some that can be like, I know one, my friend, oh my God, my friend Luke, who is such an evolved male, and he's very masculine and he's very in touch with his divine feminine. He gets manicures, he goes for massages, he enjoys facials because there's nothing wrong with that. We are humans that need this loving care and to take care of the entire package. So that's why Lore-lie and I wanted to talk a little bit about the goddess today to maybe dispel some myths. If you have any questions, please let's be interactive. Lore-lie and I are here for you to share what a goddess is, how the goddess helped us. There are no questions that are off limits. If we feel that something is too personal, we'll let you know. But please, if you have any questions, this is a time to ask. I remember somebody saying to me when I wanted to, I had received the scholarship. And somebody said to me, well, Giuliana, that's against our religion. And I actually said to this person who I love very much, I said, you didn't walk through the cancer. You don't know what I need. And it was Mother Mary that opened the door for me. And in Valvadon's deck, she's number 2. However, in my life, she will always be number 1. And the one, she's our divine mother. And it's interesting because right at the top of the deck, I have Athena, who's my goddess for this year. Do you have a goddess for the year, Laura?
No, I didn't do that this year.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just going to see if I can find Mother Mary in the deck and just to show her depiction because she's such a loving. This is Valvadon's depiction, Mother Mary, self-love. She has a cup, a chalice, a sacred chalice to fill up your cup. She's an amazing energy to get to know. She's the one that helped open the door for me. Most people that know me know that I resonate strongly with Mother Mary, and she is one of the 5 divine mothers. Lore-lie connects strongly with Kuan Yin. It is said Kuan Yin and Mother Mary are one. Right? Do you want to share a little bit about Kuan Yin? Do you feel guided to share a little bit about Kuan Yin? We're just trying
maybe I could share a little bit about her background story.
Sure, that would be lovely.
So in real life, she was a princess. And sorry, where am I going with this? She was very kind and compassionate young woman. She was I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I just thought you knew her so well that you would want to share.
I know, I don't know why I'm flustered.
That's okay.
So when her time came to enter life on Earth, Kuan Yin was standing and light came down upon her. And she had one foot in the light and one foot still here on the earthly plane. And she heard the crying and the suffering of humanity. I'm going to cry.
Yeah, it's okay.
And because she heard that suffering, she took her foot out of the light and stayed on Earth to help humanity. She's a very easy goddess to work with. All you need to do is call out Ong Namo Wan Shi Yin Kuta, and she's there to help you. She has a lot of different qualities and things that she helps with. Alana Fairchild has that book about Kuan Yin transmission, and she has a lot of good information in there on Kuan Yin and how you could work with her.
This is the Kuan Yin transmission. Yeah, that's where I learned. Let me just see if I have in here. Because there's the five mothers.
Yes.
And it was Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, Kali,
Isis, and Tara.
Isis and Tara, thank you. Yeah, so, really guiding us on, we are all one. And the divine energy is one. And just like us humans, we are individual expressions of that one infinite love. And so are goddess energy. And that's why, and I'm getting very hot right now, so I know that I'm sharing with you a truth, so pay attention. Not to get hung up on names. That even though Lore-lie said, to call Kuan Yin, you don't need to say that. That is absolutely what she will respond to. And they will respond to, please help me. Please help me, Kuan Yin. I need to feel compassion in my life. I want to go out into the world and be more compassionate and kind. Please help me with my kindness work. Please help me with my forgiveness work. Please help me heal my heart so that I can go out into the world and be a better human. Not from a judging yourself place, but from an empowered place, because that's what goddesses want for us. They want us to become empowered. Now, it's interesting because I decided to pull out the 3 cards that were at Karen's Reiki day that day that I fell in love with the goddess. So I want to show you why I fell in love with the goddess. It was Morgan that was there. Nematona. So Morgan is all about inner knowing. So knowing that within you, you have an inner knowing, that deep wisdom. Nematona is all about insight, tapping into your insight. You'll see she has a hand on her heart. You'll see that there's a Celtic cross. You'll see that there's some purple there. It's to connect your crown to the divine. And then beautiful Abundantia that's been on my fridge since the day, back in the day, when Velvet Dawn used this depiction as her business card. Do you remember that, Lore?
Yes.
And she's all about trust. You'll see she's got an infinity symbol on her chest. She's got that divine golden necklace to tap into the divine masculine as well as the feminine, to recognize that we are meant to trust the process. We are meant to trust God, goddess, and to allow ourselves to be guided by our spirit. And then, like I shared, Mother Mary opened the door for Lore-lie. Kuan Yin, and myself too. Kuan Yin is that sense of compassion, and she's also self-fulfillment. But you'll see she sits upon the ground. She's very grounded because she loves humanity and she wants to help us ease suffering on the planet. And, I was sharing how Athena is on my vision board, And she is all about the warrior within. And she's looking back because she's like, try me. Try me.
Yeah.
And she carries a shield, and she's got, her animals are the owl, which the owl is wisdom. And then on her shield is the black pigeon. Now, it could also be like crows and things like that might come to you as well, symbolizing, everything is energy and everything is a sign if you believe it to be so. And so for me, she's big on my vision board. I wish I could bring her down. She was like from the old calendars. So she's like this big, and she's on my vision board because that's the energy that I needed to bring in this year to really stand in my power. Did you pick a word for this year, or did you intuit a word for this year?
Mother Mary gave me joyful consciousness.
Oh.
And I've been working with Hecate a lot. And Hecate told me we needed balance. Without balance, there's no harmony.
Absolutely.
So balance and joyful consciousness. So with joyful consciousness, I took that to mean being mindful, but to keep joy in my heart while I'm being mindful of whatever comes up.
Yeah, that's a big one. And I know that I love that for you, because I know that there are going to be people, places, and things that get us unnerved. And I mean, that's been my biggest lesson, is to rise, even though there is the way that I want. Okay, my angels are bringing me a vision. It's like they're showing me that I can be that tree rooted deeply in the ground while the hurricane is going on. And anybody that knows me knows what I'm referring to. I don't want to go there today. I want to keep this lighter today. But, look, you guys, there's always going to be days where we feel like we're walking through the fires of hell, and you got to keep walking. You can't let the fire consume you. You need to allow it to propel you. And you need to allow it to help you burn away that which no longer serves. And it took me a while to recognize what is that? What does that mean? And last year was a big year in learning that sometimes just because you're born into a family or you're born in a town, that it doesn't necessarily mean that you're meant to continue with those relationships forever. And now this year, my angels keep bringing me reason, season, and lifetime. And to really be mindful of, like Lori was saying, with the mindful, joyful consciousness, being mindful of what you're walking through. You can still tap into joy as you're walking through something that feels really hard.
And I think she gave me that joyful part because when I'm walking through the fire, I become so consumed with walking through the fire and hyper focused on being in there and walking through that I forget I'm still allowed to have joy and happiness in my life.
Exactly. And it's interesting because Lore-lie and I both help support Joy and Vitality Community. We are the ambassadors in the group, and we are happy if you want to join us over there. It's a free community where Lore-lie and I share beautiful memes and posts and cards, sometimes whatever we're feeling guided with on any particular day, to help support the energy of the group. I'm just finding, I don't actually, is interesting. Well, yeah, I have this one here. You survived because the fire inside you burned brighter than the fire around you. The fire within you. That's part of the goddess.
That's part of the goddess.
Having the eternal flame. The eternal flame is within you. Our own the only time our flame is snuffed out is once we are no longer in body. And, you know, for me, it was really recognizing that, and I don't feel disempowered anymore. That's one of the best things that the goddesses did for me, was they remind me every day that there's this energy within me that can get through whatever it is that I'm walking through. And the angels help support my heart. Does that make sense? So the angels are supporting my heart. And Hestia is the goddess of, she's the keeper of the flame, that sacred flame within you. And maybe today, as I'm showing you these images, I'm hoping that, hi Connie, that, you know, you are tapping into what you're needing today, because one of them will talk to you. And it's interesting because a couple years ago, I have had the blessing of teaching about the goddess as well. And what I recognized was it's big work, and holding space for other ladies, because right now predominantly my niche is females, although I've done readings for a few males, not many, and they're starting to come around. They're not as tapped into the woo. And as I heal more, we're hopeful that we will, you know, as a collective, empower our men to seek out the goddess to help support them as well, because they have the divine feminine within them as well. And that old patriarchy needs to, it needs to heal. And women are being called to rise. In fact, my team last year, late in the fall, said to me, it's beyond time. You know, like so often we were saying the time is now, the time is now, the time is now. And absolutely our point of presence is in this moment. However, for those of us that resonate with being a light worker, light connector, light protector, light warrior, whatever you want to call it, with the light, which is the goddess, it's past now. It's like you got to go out and shine your light. You got to heal your shit so that you can help humanity in its ascension. And so anyways, anything you want to add to that, Lore?
No.
Thank you. So, you know, I think if there are no questions, thank you, Sam. Sam says, beautiful. Let me just show it here. Beautiful cards and messages. Thank you. You're welcome. And Connie says, hello, ladies. Oh, and Sam says,
Connie.
hey, Con. Love Mother Mary and Kuan Yin. So beautiful. Yeah, they are so beautiful. They, you know, it's really interesting because every teacher that I've been guided to has really helped heal my heart a little bit more. And the goddess for me, I can honestly say, and I want to be very careful because I give all glory to God. However, the goddess has helped me grow up, has helped me become. And yesterday I posted something. I'd like to say I haven't changed. I've just become me.
I love that.
Me too, right? It really, it resonated because some people say, oh, she's changed. Like that's somehow a bad thing. Well, that's your projection of your own wounds onto me. And I'm going to continue to heal my life. And if you're a reason or only a season, I'm going to now, that's it. I'm going to keep going. And like I told my mother the other day, I have 38 more pounds of pain to release. And I didn't recognize that I had gotten so big, except now when I get my memories. And I was brutally honest with her yesterday. I said, when I started this in August, I didn't even weigh myself. I don't know for sure exactly how much I weighed. Now I know what's in my chart. And when I go see the doctor next month, we'll be able to figure it out. And so it's been a great journey of awakening and releasing the pain and allowing the goddess to help support me. And I'm no longer willing to allow people to treat me badly. That's been the most amazing thing that the goddess has helped me with. And yeah, there's been some days, right, Lori, where you just feel like you don't belong. You don't know if your thoughts are right. They overcome you. And it's again, allowing the fires to burn away. And the fire is symbolic. It's symbolic.
Yes.
It's not meant in a bad way. It's meant for good. And if I find the depiction of that goddess in the flames, it's funny that I didn't have it, that I don't have it in my file right now. But I know I have it on my phone somewhere. Reconnect with
the goddess Helen.
Yes.
Sorry, Giuliana.
No, go ahead, sister.
A quick and beautiful, I guess, meditation or ritual that you can do when you're holding on to something that's not serving you, that you need to let go of. You can imagine yourself standing on her volcano. You can watch the flames and the lava. And then you can give her those things that you need to get rid of, and she'll throw them and hurl them into that magma, and it will melt and burn it away. And then when you feel empowered, you can take, I want to get rid of feelings of unworthiness, throw them yourself, and watch them burn away. So I hope that's helpful for someone.
Beautiful. Kim says that we're getting feedback from my mic. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It is, no, it's not you. She says try muting when Elle talks. I've never had that before. I did find a depiction of the goddess in the fire. There are many, but I'm going to show you one here, because I think it's very symbolic of allowing those low-level energies within you to burn away. And you can do it also by Lori's visualization, but also writing and burning, like getting out of your head, out of your energy field, that which no longer serves you, and burning it away and asking the divine, the goddess, to take it and transmute it all back to love. So I love that. You want to pull a card for us today, Lore?
Yes. I think I'm going to use Megan Waterson's Divine Feminine. So woo. Okay, so Yamoja just flipped herself up in the deck. There we go. So the goddess of all that flows. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. She really is about creativity, and I'm just going to get the book because she's big in Brazil. She's one of the, I think they're called Yoruban goddesses from Africa. And she's big in Brazil too.
Oh, I've never heard of her.
Sorry, I believe it's in February. In Brazil, they have I'm just checking in here because I think it possibly says in here when that is. Does it say in here? Yeah, so it says in here that she is, she gave birth to the 14 gods and goddesses in the Yoruban religion. She is caring and nurturing, but she's also fiercely protective. So you could work with her as one of the dark goddess mothers. They still hold that mothering energy, but they're more fierce and protective.
Yeah. Oh, what is Sam saying? Yes, I've heard of her here in Brazil, visiting family now. Thank you, Lore-lie.
In Brazil and Uruguay, she is offered succulent food and gifts on tiny boats cast out to the sea from the beaches. So kind of like almost little paper boats. And her worshippers ask her to give them blessings so that their desires in the new year can manifest. And because she's a water goddess, she holds a lot of energy around our emotions. And can you see the card? She's a mermaid.
Yes, I see the mermaid now.
Yeah, she's a beautiful, beautiful goddess.
So what's her name? Yamoja?
Yamoja. Yeah, it didn't say here, but I think it's in sometime in February or maybe this month that you could work with her. Because it says in here that it's in the new year, but I think it's February. I'll do some research and find the date, and then I'll
put it in the comments. Yeah, if you could put a picture of the card in the comments too, because I like to connect to the cards. Hi, Manette. I like to connect to the cards after just to see what messages. And interesting that you're bringing up a new goddess, because obviously she's one that wants to work with us. And I don't even know who she is. I've never even heard of her. So that's really
she's on my altar.
Oh,
she's on one of my altars.
That's interesting.
In a cell. I have a little statue of her.
Oh, nice.
It is interesting that she showed up.
Beautiful.
So she's so much about being creative.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Interesting. I brought the old goddess guidance oracle cards. I thought I would pull one for us from here today. Oh, yeah, I haven't used this one since I taught last year. I'll just see what... Oh, that's interesting. Popped right out of the deck. Sarasvati, the arts.
Nice.
She says, express yourself through creative activities. So, Sarasvati is one of the goddesses that our beautiful teacher Karen Newells, and she's our friend as well, works with. I don't know a lot about Sarasvati, so I want to share with you who she is. Her message is, you are a limitless being. If it seems that you have time, money, or other restrictions, it's simply because your mind is focused upon the material world. You can unlimit yourself by lifting the cloak of the material world from your focus. Music is essential for the expression of non-material ideals and energies. Music colors our surroundings with emanations from the highest vibrational fields. It allows us to escape all limitations in our thinking and very existence. Surround yourself in music. That's interesting. And allow it to stimulate your own creative thinking and to spark new ideas. Flow with the music and give yourself permission to investigate and experiment with putting your creative ideas into action. Enjoy being limitless.
So the goddess is urging us all to do something creative today.
Yeah, she's the Hindu goddess of the arts, and she helps with all creative expressions such as music, writing, dancing, and eloquent speaking. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I think I need her to help me, because at the top of our show, Lore-lie and I shared that next Saturday, as part of the Goddess Healing Matrix System alumni, we are hosting our 5th Shine event out at the Azurridge in Pritis. And Monday is the last day to get tickets. I will post the card. I will post the link. Velvedon Silver is our beautiful creator of the Goddess Healing Matrix System. Lore-lie and I are Higher Priestess Practitioners Level 2. This is a trademark class, so we give gratitude to Velvedon for allowing us to share the cards with ease and grace. And we hope that you might feel guided to join us. I'm really excited to share the goddesses out in the world, and we hope that you might feel inspired to join us. I love these two goddesses that showed up today because they aren't the usual ones.
Right. Can I just share one more?
Yeah, of course.
So because it's Friday the 13th, Friday is named after the goddess Freya. So this is from Megan's deck again. And she's the goddess of discernment. One of her messages for us is that nothing is obligatory except breathing. Your only true obligation is to the voice of your own soul. Freya wants you to realize the gleaming gold that you are and act accordingly. She wants you to unapologetically choose the life you actually want to be living right now. She wants you to make your yes holy again by only using it when it's the truth. And her soul voice meditation is, what does hell yes, the holy yes feel like in my body? And her intention is, I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that today. You know, Freya, isn't that your granddaughter's name?
Yes.
Yes, and she's such a sweet baby. She's a young goddess, very young, 1-year-old.
Loves crystals already.
Pardon me?
Loves crystals already.
Yes, that's what you were saying. Loves crystals, because they know they come in special, these kids. I want to share that there are no accidents in the cards that we shared today. And as always, take what resonates with you and really pay attention. There are messages when we share, even when we share our stories. And the goddess has truly, I am so grateful that the goddess has been a part of my path and continues to be a part of my path. You really can be a God girl and explore life with the goddess, because it empowers you, it grounds you, it connects you. I think, like I said, it brings out the best in you. In another way, you might need self-love or compassion or forgiveness or enlightenment, or know that there's an infinite supply, or like these cards today, recognizing that we are creative beings and that we need to tap into that energy. Look, as females, we are the creators on this planet of life. And what an amazing job that we've been entrusted to. And when you tap into that, it is always in the highest and greatest good. And when, like with any energy, when you don't feel like it is of the highest and greatest good, be mindful of that and pivot. Okay, everybody. Hey, Selena, how are you, sister? Hello. So, we want to thank everybody for joining us today. We want to say happy Goddess Day. Again, Lore-lie and I will post a picture of the cards, and I will also share the Shine link. If you're interested or have any questions, please reach out, because it's going to be an amazing day. I'm getting excited. And I remember one of my mentors saying, be mindful of the words that you use. If you say nervous, there's such a slight difference in nerves and being excited. So I am affirming, I am so excited, and I am staying in my intention of health for this week. And hopefully we will be able to see you there. Lore-lie is coming as well. And so we're looking forward to sharing that space together and growing a little bit more. As Velvet Dawn said to me yesterday, this one's strong. Not that they're not all strong. This one is really strong because we're learning the harmony with the divine feminine and the unwinding of the divine masculine, and that we are being called to rise. And like Lore-lie was saying, with that mindful consciousness, it is tapping into aligning that feminine and the masculine. So let's see what Sam says here before we close. Thank you both so much. Happy Friday and have a wonderful weekend. Same to you, dear Sam.
Same to you, Sam.
Any closing words, Lore?
We've been talking a lot about the feminine, and I would just like to say that the patriarchy harms our boys and our men so much as it does us, maybe even more, because it closes them off from their feelings, from expressing those feelings in a good and healthy way. They get a bad rap. Sometimes they deserve it, I'm not going to lie, but going forward, I think we need to try and make it easier for them to embrace those feminine qualities. Some softness would really serve most of them well. So that's all.
No, I love that. With that, Lore-lie and I want to thank you for joining us today. If you're going to watch us on the replay, please let us know that. And if we can be of service, you can find us in the Joy and Vitality community page where we post daily. In love and light, we want to thank you for being with us. Thank you, Lore-lie, for showing up with me today and sharing your heart and your cards. I love you, and I can't wait to spend the weekend. And to the rest of you, many blessings. Bye. Bye, everybody.